there's been a lot of talk about CBDCs. Welcome back to my channel, guys. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the CBDCs that could potentially take over the world if every country, every superpower such as the UK, America, the US, China, Russia, are all potentially talking about going on to CBDCs, and I think it's inevitable that it's going to happen in the next year or two, and eventually they're going to put everyone onto CBDCs. That's why stacking gold and silver is a hedge against that, because as soon as CBDCs come out and they force people to go onto it, the price of gold and silver will go up exponentially as people panic about the control that CBDCs can have over people. Now, I'm going to read to you a bit of a book on CBDCs. In this book, they call it Mike Maloney, a book written by Mike Maloney called The Great Gold and Silver Rush of the 21st Century. This book's just been released in March, March of 2023, so it's brand new, this book. So as you can see, this is the section about CBDCs. He talks about, he calls it central bank digital enslavement. Oops, I mean central bank digital currencies. So that's because CBDCs are designed to enslave people. So he says that in one of his video episodes, in Hidden Secrets of Money, he has an episode dedicated to cryptocurrencies, and basically CBDCs are designed the same way as cryptocurrencies are designed, a similar way. And here is a quote from what he said once in a previous video. Today mankind stands at a crossroads, and the path that humanity chooses have a greater impact on our freedom and prosperity than any event in history. In 2008, a new technology was introduced, cryptocurrencies, that is so important that its destiny and the destiny of mankind are inextricably interlinked. It is so powerful that if captured and controlled, it could enslave all of humanity, but if allowed to remain free and flourish, it could foster unimaginable levels of peace and prosperity. It inverts the power structure and places control of one's destiny in the hands of the individual. So that he's talking about cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies can be the key to freedom and prosperity, or it can be used to enslave a nation. So let's see what he says next. So, we were standing at the fork in the road for several years. We could have chosen the path toward freedom and prosperity, but instead, because of the speculative mania, background noise, politics and so on, nobody seemed to notice that we were being swept up down the road toward enslavement. When I said captured and controlled, when he says captured and controlled, he was talking about governments, central bank digital currencies in the future, and now they are fast becoming a reality. So what's wrong with central bank digital currencies? Well, they're programmable. So I've already read this, but a digital currency is just an entity in a digital accounting ledger, but it is also at the same time a piece of computer code which can be programmed to perform certain functions. In the hands of a government or central bank, digital currencies can be used to train and control the population through a system of reward and punishment, much like training animals. So this opens the door to a potential plethora of evils. Beyond being able to instantly inflate the currency supply and directly stealing purchasing power anywhere they want. So because CBDCs are digital, it means that they can print as much as they want. They can create as much of it as they want with no cost. It won't cost them anything. And not just that, but with programmable currency, they will be able to control what you do, where you go, and what you buy. If the authorities think the economy needs to be simulated, they can charge you interest on your bank account. If your bank account is falling by some very noticeable percentage every month because of the interest they're charging you, then of course you're going to spend it before it vanishes from your account. So they're going to charge you in order to stimulate spending and consumption. So they will be able to take their cut of tax on anything that you buy or sell the instant you do so. They will be able to take tax out of your income before you receive it and to change the tax rate instantly and possibly retroactively. They can personalize sales tax. They will be able to charge you less tax on behavior they do like and more on behavior they don't like. So if they don't like what you're doing, they can charge you. If they do like what you're doing, they won't charge you. And if they think you're smoking too much, they can triple your sales tax on cigarettes. If they think you're drinking too much, they can keep doubling your tax on each consecutive drink. Because the CBDCs are programmable, it means that they can track what you're spending and what you're buying. So anyway, or if they really don't like you, they will be able to eliminate some of your choices. If they don't want you to travel, they can ban you from air, rail, bus, taxi, car, rental, and Uber. They can make it so that your currency will not purchase gasoline, electricity, hotel accommodation, or food, except within a certain radius of your home. So if they wanted to arrest you or detain you, they can track you by making it so that they are alerted where and when you spend each dollar. The next time the authorities want to lock down society, they can instantly make it so that the only things that you can do with your currency are buy food and pay your mortgage or rent. And since CBDCs can be tied to a social credit score, they will ultimately be able to punish or reward you for what you say and eventually what you think. So they can punish you for what you say and what you think. If you have an opinion that's against the system, they can punish you for it. So they can freeze you out of the entire system and make you a non-citizen with a flip of a switch. And it finishes on this page and it says, I can just hear you thinking, not me, I won't participate in something like that. But they're going to make it so you cannot resist. So they're gonna find a way to make everyone use CBDCs, whether you want to use it or not. They're going to try and trick everyone. So digital currencies are held in wallets. These can be apps on your phone or an internet browser extension. When they release these digital wallets, they are going to make it so that you will download yours because it will already contain some free CBDC as a reward for your voluntary participation in your digital enslavement. China is already testing it, and if that doesn't work, your tax refund will only be payable to you in CBDC, and you will need a digital wallet to claim it. So they're going to basically just give you free money in order to incentivize you to download the CBDC wallet. And if that doesn't work, eventually your taxes will only be payable in CBDC. And if you don't pay your taxes with CBDCs, you will go to jail. So, but surely governments aren't that evil. They wouldn't do that to us, would they? If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. But they'll take that mile inch by inch so that you don't notice. Each crisis will be the justification for one more control, one more freedom lost, one more step toward your total enslavement. Once we start going down this road, there will be no way to stop. And the wildest dreams of every autocrat who ever lived will come true. Sorry to be so depressing, but the world is marching towards the future right now. So that's 2.5 pages in this book by Mike Maloney. It's called The Great Gold and Silver Rush of the 21st Century. And it was just released recently in March, at the end of March. And according to him, it took him, I think, he's been writing it since 2014 or 2011. So he's been writing it for over 10 years, I think. And he's been preparing for the moment when CBDCs come. And I think that by buying gold and silver, you can protect yourself from this whole situation, because for gold and silver are money because they store value over a long period of time. It can't be printed, so it won't lose value. CBDCs can constantly be printed, and I don't think anyone would want to live in a society dominated by CBDCs, or where you're only allowed to use CBDCs, because central bank digital currencies are a way of enslaving people through controlling what they can buy and sell, and also controlling their income as well. So that's why I think that when it happens, the price of gold and silver will go up massively, probably 10x, more than 10x. So anyway, guys, I hope you gained some knowledge from this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider buying this guy's book by Mike Maloney, The Great Gold and Silver Rush of the 21st Century. So anyway, guys, catch you next time.